Happy Thursday surprise! I was not planning on doing this. I got in from the VTH quite a while ago. And I had a few messages, comments. So I went to go check. It took a couple of minutes. And I saw my friend Will had put something up. Then I saw an announcement he's got a live stream tonight. Auntie Billy's going to be working tonight, so there's not much going on. Maybe I'll pop in and say hi. As long as there's free hot dogs, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Will, free hot dogs? I'm there, man, okay? Pizza will be okay, too. Mountain Dew. I got no Uncle Brian lifters, though. I do. I just don't smoke during the week. Only in the weekends I have my Uncle Brian lifters. You know, and I caught his video, and it's so true. You know, I've talked with people. I left a couple of comments on your video, Will. I know people that get their news from Facebook memes. Seriously. You know, it's nice to care about things. But some people, like you say, they become a political expert. You know, I got a little bit of knowledge in politics. My cousin, he has been a congressman since the mid-90s. My friend, Mark Montegni's been a senator since the mid-90s. I got insight into little things that go on, things, behind closed doors. And as you know, I stay away from politics and religion on here. You know, it's a topic that, man, it'll start a fucking firestorm. I talked about politics recently concerning, when it came to, Taylor Swift, and I got into how, it's just my own opinion. I'm not telling anybody. I've never told anybody how to vote. I don't even tell you how I vote. That's none of your fucking business. It's none of my business who you vote for. But what I see go on, and social media's, to blame for it. I remember joking many years ago saying, this internet, when it was born, it was going to bring people together and there'd be a sense of unity. And I think all it's done is put people at each other's fucking throats. People drew up their battle lines. There are so many news networks on TV these days. What's the news? Depending on which station you listen to. And it's a matter of just what you want to believe. There are very few news networks out there that actually provide you with the facts. I remember growing up when I was a kid at Walter Cronkite. I think it was a little before my time. I was really young. But Peter Jennings, Tom Brokaw, Dan Rather. I remember watching the news, and these guys come out and they report it. This is what happened, and they have all the evidence to support it. There was no personal editorials, no personal commentary, no personal opinions. News these days, it's become more of a matter of opinion than fact. It's just a matter of what you want to believe. On the internet, Facebook, you go on the internet. The internet is so vast. You can find whatever you want on there. Whatever you want to find, you will find it, regardless of whether it's right or wrong. For everything that you see that says A, you will find something that says B. Then find something that says C and D and E and F and G. Gee, why are they all different? These internet, YouTube, and Facebook news agencies. There are people sitting in their fucking house just like me and you. You go on the internet on links. Facebook, World Global News. Who the fuck's that? You ever hear of it? I've never heard of it. And there are countless, hundreds and thousands of these news outlets. They're not newsmen. They're not journalists. They're not investigative reporters. They go around the fucking internet and pick and choose, and copy and paste this and that, and then they put together their own news broadcast based on their opinion, and it will only involve the things that they picked out and singled out of a vast array of so many different perspectives and present it as their news. And all they're doing is putting out what they want people to believe because they happen to believe it. That's what it comes down to, I can tiptoe around things without getting too into it because I don't want to start a political argument. I don't want to start a religious argument. I just say what I have to say. I spoke about how I feel with politics in general and social issues, how there's a time and a place for everything, how it's intruded into sports. Now you go to a sporting event and you're there at a political rally, or you're there at a rally for some fucking social cause, whether it's blacks, gays, transgenders, whatever. the event loses all its focus, all its intent, its purpose for what people are going there to see. You know, for some people, you know, I admit I'm not as immersed in cars as I used to be at one time. But I know for many people, cars is a pleasant distraction away from life. It's a pleasant distraction. I can understand it. But some people like my sports. Now that my car days are, you know, behind me, sports is a pleasant distraction for me. A time to get away from all the bullshit that when I do, I watch very little TV. As far as network, broadcast TV, and news and shit, very little. Since I got to streaming, I like nature, science, things of that nature. Shit that will probably bore the fuck out of most people, but I enjoy watching it. It's calming, soothing, relaxing, and I learn a few things. You know? I like when they have deep sea expeditions, you know, mountain expeditions, space exploration. I like what's going on in our environment, the ecology. You know, these things interest me. I'll watch that. I'm not going to be sitting there watching 2.5 Men all fucking night. Or Law and Order SUV. I really don't get into that shit. I'm not into movies these days either. It does nothing for me. No, but Will hit upon a good point. I think people spend too much time in front of their fucking TV, and they spend way too much fucking time on the internet, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, here. You know? I've actually sat back and added up my time. On average, the time that I devote to YouTube, like right now, making a video, over the course of a week, I hit about an hour. When I run my mouth at times on a 25-minute video or something, I might hit an hour and 5 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. An hour a week, an hour and 10 minutes a week that I devote any of my time to YouTube. See, I don't watch other people's shit. I just caught that because it was Will. There are a couple of people, if I see it come up at random, I'll watch it. Other than that, I don't go to people's channels and watch their shit. People tell me shit that I find that enjoyable, you know? That's where I get my news, from the internet, via a phone call. But it's so true. I think people today, as much as I love technology, I think it's kind of taking people away from life, doing things. Maybe it's me, because I have Kenny, the crew, my daughters, my son-in-laws, Auntie Billy, my brother. We do things all the time that I have choices on what I want to devote my time to. And I'd rather be hanging with the crew. You know, Saturday night, man. It's Jerry's birthday, you know, a guy in that crew. We're going to be celebrating up at Halos, you know, near our headquarters in Hyannis. Things to look forward to that. Think I'd say, oh no, I don't want to do that because somebody's doing a live stream on YouTube. I got to stay home to fucking watch it for 2 hours. Fuck you. I'm going to be out with the crew. And on any other given night, I'd rather do other things. I guess for some people, I know I come off as sounding offensive. You know how many of these I care. I guess if they don't have a fucking life, they don't have any friends, what else are they going to do? Sit in front of a TV, be on YouTube, be on Facebook. You know what I mean? As much as I can understand it, I think these are the people that their minds get corrupted the most. I think their minds get corrupted the most. I think that's a word maybe Will is trying to avoid using. He's not as blunt as I am, right, Will? I just come out and say it. Will's a little more diplomatic than I am. I got to give him credit for that. It's the fucking truth. You know, I'm not very tactful at times, but I just say it the way it is. I see what goes on with people. You know, I think people became very attention-starved as well when it comes to here, you know. I don't need a fucking thing from the internet. Never have. But I see the people that do. I got a 70-inch TV that when it's on, if you walked in at any given time, what I'm watching on TV, you probably wouldn't want to watch it. It would bore the fuck out of you. It's no fucking sitcom. It's no fucking drama. It's no fucking reality show. It's no fucking game show. Although I admit I do watch Judge Judy once in a while. I catch her like maybe once or twice a week on average. Little things like that, you know. I do watch our local news in the morning. You know, TV 12 out of Providence, Rhode Island, next door. Our local news, sports, and weather. And they get to all of that first. And then for their second, it's on for an hour. The first half hour is everything local here, what's going on, whether it's a fire, an arrest for a murder, a drug bust, this, that, the other thing. What's going on with our city political mayor, city councilors, changes in the city, local events coming up. weather, sports. I watch all that. Then as soon as it gets to the second part, that's when they get into the world news. I change the fucking channel. I change the fucking channel. All the time I'll shut it off. I listen to more music. My stereo is on more than my TV's on. You know? But yeah, you know, I saw Will's video and it's like, man, and you're right. You're absolutely right. I can't get away from it. I don't like it when we go out and people start be talking, you know, you're having a good conversation. Somebody's going to drag their politics into it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Get away from me with that. You know what I mean? People that can't live off their fucking phones. I find that very annoying. You ever been talking to someone? And I'm on my laptop now. Every 5 minutes, they're like, what? I know I've done it on a few occasions when I'm making a video, but I'm not doing it face-to-face, interacting with people where I'm being rude. And I even apologize. And I don't have to, but I even apologize. Right? You see me say it. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but because it's important text with people at the VTH. You know, there's always things going on, changes are going on, and I'm heavily involved in it. So I need this information right away, you know, in real time. I've even cut videos short just so I can get back. I don't want to be sitting there texting them or, hold on a second, I'm on the phone yakking for 20 minutes. You know, we've gone out with people. A few of Auntie Billy's friends, man, they annoy the fuck out of me. We've gone out together and all fucking you're talking halfway through a sentence, they're grabbing their phone because they got a comment on fucking Facebook. You know, and they're like laughing and giggling and texting. Hey, I was just talking to you. What the fuck's the matter with you? How fucking rude can you be? Everyone's on their fucking phone. They can't live away from their fucking phone. I can't count the times I've almost been hit by people running stop signs and red lights and whatnot on their fucking phone, not paying attention. People walking into me in fucking stores, ramming their shopping carriage into the back of me. They can't even go grocery shop without being on their fucking phone yakking. Walking down the street, I've seen people walk out in front of fucking cars. Sometimes I laugh and I saw them walk right into a fucking bus stop sign, walking on the sidewalk on their phone. Dodge. I fucking laugh. Get off their phone. What is so important? People need to be on their fucking phone constantly. Same reason why they need to be watching TV constantly. Why do they need to be on fucking YouTube? You know, some people live on fucking YouTube, man. I don't have to mention any names. You know who they are. But this is their life. They don't have a life away from the internet. You know? Believe me, I can name some fucking names. And you know who they are. I've had people tell me, man, Brian, you say all the things I wish I had the balls to say. You know what I say to them? Say it. I'm not your fucking mouthpiece on here. I speak for me and nobody else. There are things I can agree with. There are things I disagree with. And even then, most of the time, I keep that to myself. But I saw Will's video, and I agree, you know. And there is no fucking excuse in the winter. I left a comment on there with Ryan. The winter is when we did the most work on our fucking cars. In our case here in New England, yeah, we get shitty weather, snow, it's cold. And a lot of times, well, a lot of our cars, you know, you run an 11-to-1 compression and shit, you know what I mean? Those things are hard cranking to begin with. You know, a day when it's 5 degrees outside, a die-hard battery, it fucking dies hard. And plus, we had nice-looking cars. We didn't invest just in their drivetrains and the way they looked. Body shops around here in the spring are real fucking busy, man. There's no major, you know, total collisions, but dents, scrapes, cars slides into you, pot cars, you name it. We didn't want our cars getting fucked up. That's when I had a junk. I had a $200 fucking Toyota Celica that had 3 different colors. One color body, one tan door on driver's door, a red door in the passenger door. I had that thing for 8 fucking winters. It got me through every fucking winter. You know what I mean? It had that 20R engine, a great fucking engine. I'm not giving a plug for Toyota. You know, it was an automatic. Looked like shit, but it ran decent, and it got me through every fucking winter. My cars came off the road. That's when, you know, yeah, my clutch is a little. I didn't leave it sitting there till the fucking spring. Come to spring, we wanted our cars to be done, and we were driving them, street racing them, taking them to the track, driving them around town, driving them to work. These were our vehicles. We wanted to drive them. But like I left on that comment, a lot of these YouTube bozos, all their cars are fucking props. They have no real intention of going through with a project. It's just throw out a little tidbit here and there to get enough interest, hoping to get subs and views to make fucking money. That's what their cars are for them. I guess times have changed since my day. Then again, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have cameras, video recorders. We had to document every fucking thing. One guy in here, oh, I'm going to go put plugs in my car. Whatever. You know what I mean? They're going to document their entire fucking life. I'm going to go take a shit. You know? little things come up. Like, my water thing, fuck it, was something different. I figured I'd give some people a break and not talk about pickle sniffers, Did you guys a favor. Hope you appreciate it. And I have a lot of fun on here, in case you never noticed. I tend to laugh a lot, and there's a good reason for it. Because I see the world as it is. It's pretty fucked up, let me tell you. It's pretty fucked up. That's when we did things. We'd start saving our money here and there. Going into the fall, we save our money. We didn't say, well, the clutch got a little bit of a chatter and put it away for the winter. No, we put a clutch in over the winter. Not spring now, the car comes out. Driving it a week in the clutch, let's go. Oh, now I got to put in a clutch. Oh, gee, there's something going on this weekend. There's some hot racing on Industrial Park Saturday night, man. They race for money. Oh, my car. Oh, man, I got to put a clutch in. I got to do this. I got to do that. The cars were ready to go. And we worked on our cars more in the fucking winter than we did in the good weather through the spring and the fall. The only time we worked on our cars in the good months is when we would blow something, blow a rear end, blow a clutch, spin a bearing. Yeah, these things come up. Now you got to tear it down. Your car's down. Repairing it. A week, 2 weeks, depending on how severe the damage you did to the car. But all the other little things, just putting it together. That shit's done in the fucking winter, man. What else is there to do? Me and the guys, we can't wait till spring comes, man. We get back out on runs. It's fucking killing us in the winter now with our bikes put away. A few of us got a few little things. I'm going to put a clutch in mine. I'm doing that next week. I'm taking, going up to George's, G&G Howie. George and his brother Gilly's not my crew. They own G&G Howie. I get my parts for cost. And I'm going to do that. So when the spring comes, it's not, well, the clutch is a little sloppy. I'll wait till it goes. Yeah, I wait till it goes. It's going to go on a fucking real nice day in the fucking summer, and I'm going to have to be fucking with it for a couple of days. You know what I mean? I don't want that shit. Put a new one in now. Proper planning and preparation is essential for your best chance of success with anything. I learned that from a very young age at the Tasker Race Shop. Proper planning and preparation. These guys just want to wing it. Well, I think it's okay. If you're doubting it from the start, that tells you maybe it's not so okay as you think it is. Maybe you should take a good look at it. Yeah, it needs some repair work or it needs replacement. Do it now in the fucking winter. But like I said, these guys have no intention of wanting to build a car. It's just throw out little tidbits enough to get attention, hopefully get subs and views, make some money, drag it out as long as they can. Just look at the track record of these guys on here. We're not talking weeks or months, we're talking fucking years. And these things never get fucking done. And this goes far beyond Sanford. This goes for other people. There is no, if you want to do something, you will find a way to do it. No fucking excuse would ever stop you. And I'm going to end with this.